You've seen therapy in movies. You've never seen this. Hi, I'm Quinice Petway, licensed professional counselor. Let's talk a little bit about what really happens in group therapy and get rid of the scaries, right, that come along with it. Because when I encounter women and introduce this concept of group, often there's fear associated with it. I don't want to share my business with those people. What are they going to think? Are they going to judge me, right? But I have found that group is a very safe space for women to heal together. And we'll get into that a little more on all the other benefits of group. But what does group therapy look like? So the work actually starts before you even step foot in the room of group. Usually I meet with my clients in advance and find out what they are hoping to get from group therapy. We set what's called a treatment plan, and those are goals of specific things that you hope to work on and gain in your time in therapy so that you can check the list, right? And see, okay, this is actually helping me, or here's some things I need to tweak. Here's where I actually need some additional help, right? We also talk about confidentiality. What happens in group stays in group. So I tell clients, if I see you on the street, I don't acknowledge you. That's for your privacy. If you see me, you can speak. If not, I am not offended because it is your privacy. I also warn them that since it is a group environment, please don't acknowledge your peers in the streets as well, if you will, because it is confidential. We don't go home and talk about it to our spouse. Hey, Susie shared this today in group. We don't do that, but more so you're welcome to share what you have learned in group, but not what your peers have shared. And so then let's go walk with me for a moment into what happens when you actually enter the group space. My groups I keep at 7 or 8. I have found that that is a sweet spot because it's not too big and not too small. It's big enough to get the community feel and the sisterhood to see that you're not alone in your struggles, but it's small enough where your individual issues can be addressed. The textbooks will say 8 to 12, but I found in my practice experience that 12 is a bit much just because of the individual needs that each client has. And so I'll have people fill out a pre-assessment of check in with your feelings, rate the depression level, the anxiety level, the stress level, list any new stressors that you may have. If you are someone who takes medication for your mental health, are you taking your medication as prescribed? Have you received a new provider? Is there anything new that we need to know about? And I'll take a look at those at the beginning of group and have each lady go around and share kind of their reasons why they are rating what they are rating. Then we move into feeling check-in. And so I have a handy feeling wheel that I pass out to the ladies. And one of my group rules is good, fine, okay, all right, are not feeling words, right? Those are broad. Those could mean a host of different things. So in therapy, we want to begin to identify what our true feelings are. So you get to look at your feeling wheel and share what you're feeling for the day. And usually it's not just one feeling. You list what those feelings are. Also keep in mind multiple feelings can coexist, right? You could be feeling joy, but also sorrow, and that's fine. And we get the opportunity to talk through that. So then once we've gone through and checked in with feelings, the ladies are able to process what their struggles are and what brought them into therapy. Like I said, prior to starting the group, we have that intake session to identify goals, and then we're able to work through those things, right? And my job as the therapist is to help keep it a safe environment where we also remind the ladies not to talk over each other, right? Not to interrupt. And usually once everybody knows the rules, it flows smoothly. We are able to process life struggles, and the ladies get to see that they are not alone in their struggles. They see that my story can help someone else, and someone else's story can help me. Often when we're going through things, we think it's just us, but group truly breaks that stigma. And that's not necessarily something we get the opportunity to see in individual therapy. That's why group is my jam, because ladies get to see and gain freedom from it. The group isn't necessarily for somebody who wants to come in and fix others. right? And you're not willing to look at your own issues, right? It's not a social club, right? If you're saying, oh, I want to just go make some friends. Well, group therapy is not that, right? It is a place for community, but it's not for me to just go socialize. It really is a place for someone who wants to do the work, right? You've been dealing with depression. You've been dealing with feeling more overwhelmed than usual, being snappy or irritable with family members and not knowing why. You may have just experienced a divorce or grief or loss or some type of life transition, right? You may even be a woman who feels like you just don't know, how you got to where you are right now, right? You're expecting to be somewhere else and you haven't achieved that quite yet, right? And you just need a space to be able to process that. That is what group therapy is. The other thing I just wanted to note is there are different types of groups. And so I offer gender specific, women only groups. There are co-ed groups, right? There are groups on specific topics where you may have a grief share, you may have a divorce care or celebrate recovery. Those can be specific groups, but my group is more so specifically for women to be able to come together for some of those struggles that I mentioned early. So seats are open for my next group. Book your free 15-minute consultation at calm.myserenepath.com.